Okay, guys, I want to make a video response to Matt, better known as Goindeff, and he just put out a contest to try to convince him to buy a clock, and I want to throw my 2 cents in there. Matt just reached over a 2,000 subscriber mark, which is a great accomplishment, I think, and I don't know why he doesn't have more, to be honest with you. He makes some of the best videos on YouTube, puts a lot of work into them, they're totally entertaining. So if you do not subscribe to Matt Goindeff, I would highly recommend it, and I promise you won't be disappointed. So this is what happened to me as far as Glocks. I was the same way Matt was. I fought Glocks for over 20 years. I did not want a polymer gun. I didn't want one. I'm an old school guy, I guess, because I'm old school. And I was just happened to be working at a big gun shop when the Glock 17 came out. And I couldn't believe all the people that came in to buy this thing. I said, good God, what a bunch of dummies. Why are they buying a Glock? It hadn't even been proven yet, you know. I mean, it had been proven, but not here in the United States, not by your average shooter. And I was thinking, why are they buying this? And then you find out in the news reports they were really thinking about outlawing these as soon as they came out, because they were afraid they were going to get through the metal detectors and the x-rays, because they were so-called plastic guns. So I figured that's the reason they were buying them, because they were buying them so fast you couldn't keep them on the shelves. And the gun dealer I worked for, we could order huge volumes of guns. He was the biggest HK dealer there was. But HKs, which are a tremendous gun, super gun, but everybody knows the price tag. Well, they come out with these Glocks, and they were like half the price when they came out. So anyway, they sold a lot of these. Now, one thing I'd like to point out is the Glock 17. A lot of people say it's called the 17 because of the 17 criteria he had to meet to make this gun for the Austrian army. Other people say, well, it's 17 rounds, it holds 17 rounds, that's why he called it. Actually, the reason they called it the Glock 17 was this was his 17th patent. He made a lot of other things like entrenching tools and knives and all different things. And that's just a little piece of history. And maybe some people argue with that, but I've read a lot of good books and stuff about the Glock, and that's what I found out to be the reason it was called the Glock 17. Just something I keep hearing on YouTube is it's a 17 because of this and that, but here's a good book, and this is a good history of the Glock. And Matt, if you really want to look up some more and find out some more about the Glock, I recommend this book. It's really well written. Tells you a lot of stuff about it, how it was developed and everything. Alright, so I fought it for many years. So a couple of years ago I finally, after being around, some of my friends had them and stuff, I went out and I bought one. Well, the first one I bought was the Glock 19. After doing a lot of studying and stuff, this is what I came up with. I said, this is probably the most practical for me. It's the compact 19, and it's totally concealable, yet it's great for a home defense gun, and it's a pretty darn good target gun at the range. It's a nice size, and I always recommend for your first Glock to go with the Glock 19. A lot of people will have a different view of that, but you know us gun guys always get along. We all agree on the same gun. That's why they make like 7 zillion guns. So anyway, that's my recommendation anyway, Matt. The Glock 19 for your first gun. So I bought the Glock 19 then. I said, well, you got to have the original Glock, the 17. So I went out and picked that up. And it is a fine gun too. it's really good at the range. It's also, it's not unbelievable to conceal this. I mean, people conceal 1911s and stuff, especially in the winter. You could conceal this. Then got the 21. Now we're getting a little bigger. This is a little bulkier. It's in 45 ACP, and I had to try this out. And something I neglected to say right away at the beginning of the video is all these guns have been cleared and checked several times by me. And if ever one of these guns go off while I'm handling it and it doesn't kill me, I will post the video so people see that everybody can make a mistake, but I don't think I have, because I've cleared these guns several times. Anyway, that was the next one I bought, 21. Then I said, well, I gotta have a subcompact. So I got the 26. And I like that a lot. I really did. I really like it. So I went out and got the 27 in 40 Smith & Wesson. And I think a lot of the guys on YouTube are really leaning towards this gun, because it is very concealable gun. And this is actually the gun I carry most of the time. It's super light, even when it's loaded, and very concealable. Now it's got a little bit of a kick in 40 Smith & Wesson, but nothing uncontrollable by any means. It's a really nice gun. I'm not going to go into all the specs and everything on every gun, because I think you already know that, plus all the videos I've seen, these guys do a lot better job than I would on it. But I wanted to bring up another point. If you get a white crayon, the way Looking for My Marbles does, I found of all the guns I own, the crayon works the best on the Glocks. I think it looks pretty good too. And if you put it on your magazine, I really did find this useful, because you pick up a Glock magazine, let's face it, they all look the same. And when you get older and your eyes don't work as good, you pick that right up. You know what you got there, 9mm, 40, 45, whatever. So I wouldn't recommend anything to you that I didn't believe in 100%, Matt. I think you know that. We've been around together for quite a while now. And I even went and bought this, and this gun is a Glock 22 I bought from Pete. And he's got all the bells and whistles on it when I bought it. And that's another thing, you can really accessorize these guns, you know, put a lot of different parts on them and stuff, and that's what Pete did with this. And even though I haven't fired it, I know one thing for sure, it was well taken care of course. And so now I have 6 Glocks. And like I say, I wouldn't recommend them to you if I didn't believe in them 100%. I know every once in a while you see a video where Glock jams. Well, that's pretty good, because there's a lot of guns, that's what you could show every day. It's a big thing when they find a video with a Glock jamming. And sometimes I think people do that just to get a lot of hits on their videos, to be honest with you. Not saying it wouldn't happen, don't get me wrong. Anything will jam, anything will break. You can buy the best car, it can break down, the best gun, the best anything, and it can break down. But having said that about the Glocks, I also would like you to check out one of these before you make the plunge. And this is the XD40. And I don't know, I haven't fired it yet, but I really, so far, I'm really impressed with it. It's the subcompact, and it's got a lot of nice features on it that the Glock doesn't have. So if I was you, I'd check this one out too before you made the purchase. They're roughly the same price. They come with the white dot sights, of course, and they come with the back strap safety, which some people say you don't need, and maybe you don't, but I've never found it a problem. I guess maybe because I handle 1911s a lot, and I just don't find that a problem. They break down really simple. It's another gun you might want to take a look at. I don't want to confuse you, but if you're, you know, teetering on whether to get a Glock or this is a nice polymer gun, same price. So anyway, that's my little spiel. Like I said, I won't check. I don't think I tell you something if I didn't believe in it, and I wouldn't recommend it to you. And I think I PM'd you this, or I wrote it in a comment. But if you do get a Glock, you buy it, you're not happy with it, I will offer to buy it back from you at the price you purchase it, as long as you don't go crazy. Remember, these guns are around the 500 mark in our area, and you're in generally the same area I am, so you pay around $5 to $5.50 the most for them. All these were under 500, and I'll stand by that, Matt. If you're not happy with the Glock, I'll buy it back if you want me to. So anyway, that's my little spiel. I hope you do go with a Glock, because I think you'll be happy. You've got a fine collection of firearms, and I think this will be a great addition to it. So congratulations on the 2,000 plus subscribers. I'm sure there'll be many more, and thanks a lot for the contest. You all take care.